Entry-level BMW. This is where most people first encounter the brand. The 1 Series, sold as a compact hatchback in Europe and other markets, sits at the bottom of BMW's lineup in terms of price and size, but it still carries the core traits the brand is known for: rear-wheel drive on many variants, a driver-focused seating position, and a level of interior quality that outpaces most competitors in its class. It has never been sold in the United States, where BMW chose to start its accessible range a step higher. For many buyers in Europe and Asia, though, the 1 Series is their first taste of what a BMW actually feels like to drive. The 2 Series. Sitting just above the 1 Series, the 2 Series covers a couple of distinct body styles under one number. There is a compact coupe and convertible that lean into sporty driving, and separately a more practical active tourer and grand tourer that are aimed at small families who want BMW quality without committing to a larger vehicle. The coupe variants in particular have earned a strong following among enthusiasts, partly because BMW has resisted the temptation to make them feel soft or overly comfortable. They remain genuinely engaging to drive, which in the modern automotive landscape is increasingly rare at this price point. The 3 Series. Few cars in history have defined a brand as completely as the 3 Series has defined BMW. First introduced in 1975 as the successor to the 2002, it became the benchmark for the sports sedan segment and held that position for decades. The formula is simple: a mid-size body, a balanced chassis, available rear-wheel drive, and engines that reward drivers who actually enjoy using them. Generations of enthusiasts grew up treating the 3 Series as the default answer to the question of what a driver's car should be. Even as the lineup has grown and BMW has moved up market, the 3 Series remains the model most closely tied to the brand's identity. The 5 Series. This is BMW's executive sedan, aimed at buyers who want everything the 3 Series offers, but with more space, more technology, and a greater emphasis on refinement. The 5 Series has been in production since 1972 and has gone through 8 generations, each one adding layers of comfort and capability without ever fully abandoning the brand's performance roots. Business travelers and senior professionals are the typical buyers, and BMW has always been careful to keep the 5 Series feeling athletic enough to justify the badge. The Touring Estate variant has also built a dedicated following, particularly in Europe, where practicality and driving enjoyment are not considered mutually exclusive. The 7 Series. At the top of BMW's traditional sedan range sits the 7 Series, the brand's flagship luxury car and its most direct statement about what BMW believes a premium automobile should be. It competes with the Mercedes-Benz S-Class and Audi A8, and has done so since 1977. Over the years, it has been the car BMW uses to introduce new technology first. iDrive, which is now standard across the lineup, debuted in the 7 Series in 2001. The current generation leans heavily into bold styling and cutting-edge features, including a fully electric variant called the i7. It is the car BMW builds without significant compromise on cost, and it shows in every detail. The M Division. Technically not a separate model range, but a philosophy applied across the lineup, M deserves its own level entirely. Founded in 1972, Motorsport GmbH, later shortened to BMW M, began by building racing cars and gradually moved into producing high-performance road cars derived from standard models. The M3, M5, and M8 are among the most celebrated performance cars in the world, each taking a standard BMW body and transforming it with more powerful engines, uprated suspension, wider bodywork, and a level of engineering attention that goes far beyond what the regular models receive. There are also M performance variants, which sit between standard and full M, offering a middle ground for buyers who want more without the full commitment. The i and iX sub-brand. The newest layer in BMW's lineup is the i and iX family, representing the brand's dedicated push into electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles. The i3 city car, introduced in 2013, was one of the first purpose-built electric vehicles from a mainstream premium manufacturer, and used carbon fiber construction to offset battery weight in a way that had never been done at that that scale before. Since then, BMW has expanded the electric range significantly, with models like the i4, i5, i7, and the iX SUV. Rather than treating electrification as a separate branch of the company, BMW has integrated it across the lineup so that almost every series now has an electrified option sitting alongside its petrol and diesel counterparts.